Part 3. In this part, you will hear a discussion about school uniform. For questions 21 to 25, listen and answer the questions. You do not need to write in full sentences. Questions 26 to 30 must be answered with a cross in a box. If you change your mind about an answer, put a line through the box and then mark your new answer with a cross. 1 mark will be awarded for each correct answer.
You have 1 minute to read the questions. Now listen and answer the questions.
I would like to introduce to the school council Chloe, who is the new representative for Year 12. Let's give her a warm welcome.
Welcome.
Okay.
There are a number of issues we would like to discuss, and I would like Chloe to open the meeting.
Thank you, sir. I've been asked by my colleagues on the school council to discuss the issue of school uniform. There have been suggestions, particularly from the younger students, that uniform should be abolished. You might not like your school uniform, but I think it's here to stay for a good reason. A shirt, tie and blazer may not be the ingredients for my favourite outfit, but if I were given the choice, I wouldn't throw away the idea of a school uniform. Wearing a uniform is a badge of pride. It helps create an identity for a school and is an important part of being a school student.
As head teacher of this school, I agree wholeheartedly with Chloe. A formal school uniform shows that you are part of an organisation. Wearing it says that we are all in this together, teaching and learning. Also, if you wear a uniform, it is a sign of respect and feeling proud of being part of an organisation. Uniforms give students a sense of belonging to a particular school and create a sense of identity for the school in the wider community.
Our school is one of many that seems to be reverting to a more formal uniform. This September, I'll be wearing a blazer instead of my old jumper and polo shirt. A number of students have complained, but the general opinion in Year 12 is that the old jumpers and polos were childish and after a while looked untidy and scruffy.
You're quite right, Chloe. School uniform teaches students to dress smartly and to take pride in their appearance. It helps students to prepare for when they leave school and may have to dress smartly or wear a uniform in the world of work. As a teacher, as well as the head teacher, I firmly believe that a school uniform can improve learning by reducing distraction, sharpening focus on schoolwork, and making the classroom a more serious environment, allowing students to perform better academically.
Perhaps most importantly, a uniform means that students don't have to worry about peer pressure when it comes to their clothes. When everyone is dressed the same, worrying about how you look isn't so important. There's no competition about being dressed in the latest trend, which would put a great deal of financial pressure on students and particularly their parents. I agree that having a uniform improves behaviour and increases achievement in a school. A strict uniform gives the impression that rules are strict too, perhaps helping maintain a sense of order at school.
Although wearing a school uniform is less expensive than buying a whole wardrobe of outfits, a uniform can still be pricey. Many schools have a specific supplier, and wearing cheaper alternatives can result in punishment if the black trousers you're wearing aren't exactly the right kind of black trousers. Finding a uniform that fits you, especially if you're limited to one shop, can also be a struggle. If, like me, for example, you're very tall, you can have problems.
Recently, there was a high-level discussion about the cost of a school uniform across the country. New guidance was issued to end the practice of a single uniform supplier, enabling parents to use different uniform suppliers. If a school decides to change their uniform, for example, a new emblem or colour, changes should be restricted to one or two items, preferably with sewn-on logos. Changing from a one-supplier system could help families with the cost of school uniform.
Although it might seem a shame to miss out on those 2 years in the sixth form of dressing as I like at school, I welcome the smart dress code. Not only does it make getting dressed each morning a lot easier, but it sets our sixth formers up as role models for the younger students, and that's important. Has anyone else anything to say?
My sister's a Year 8 student, and she likes uniforms because everyone is the same, and no one can be left out by the way they're dressed. She thinks our school uniform looks very smart. The uniform might not be what she wears in her own time, but it gives her a sense of belonging and takes away the pressure of what to wear. She agrees school uniform is not fashionable, but that's exactly why she thinks it should stay. I think she has a point.
Thank you. We can report back to both the school and the governors, informing them that the decision to keep school uniform is unanimous. We will include this in the latest newsletter and announce it at our next assembly. Shall we move on to the next item on our agenda?
Now listen a second time and check your answers.